Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! 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 I'm YouTube famous now. Oh! Available in 2021. The album, Shimmy Shimmy. Dad, AF. Hey little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure hard to handle now. Yes, I am. Little church revival up in here today. She's not a Christian. Gargoyles, Ouija boards. Hey little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure hard to handle now. Yes, I am. I was sitting over at the computer and I was like, I just filmed 3 videos that I'm going to put up today. And I just got back from the pool. Okay. I thought I had such cute hair today when I left the pool, but this one part right here. Now, if you watch my vlogs, you know, I call the one hair that sticks out. I call her Darling Jolene Joe, my long-lost cousin. I also have Sally Joe. Sometimes Darling Jolene Joe sticks out over here. Sometimes Sally Joe sticks out over here. But anyway, this is my long-lost cousin, Darling Jolene Joe up here. Now, she's 50 and she likes to kick. I'm 50 and I like to kick. Y'all, you want to see the illusionist that is Peter Monn. I'm so embarrassed to stand up and show this. Hold on, let me suck in my stomach real quick, okay? So this is how you see me. Are you ready? I just got back from the swimming pool with my good Judy Tanya Jean. I still have my swim trunks on. Oh my Lord! Oh my Lord! Anyway, yesterday somebody said, I am so tired of the daily endorsement of Manny MUA. And I felt like I needed to respond to that. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. This is my answer to that, okay? If you don't want to hear me talk about Lunar Beauty anymore, find me a better lip gloss, because I have tried every lip gloss that is out there, and I can't find a better lip gloss than this. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, where's my other fan? I was over at the computer, and I was uploading these videos, as I do, you know? And I was sitting there, and I was like, rock on, gold dust, I went to a party last night. I was like literally, ow, damn it, Janet. I was singing out loud to myself. I was having such a good time. Oh my God. I just have the best time ever. And I want to thank all of you for watching my videos, for allowing me to be a part of your life, okay? It just means the world to me. You know, yesterday, I made this video. I just really wanted to sit down and make a video yesterday, which is kind of the same thing as today. And I did like 10 minutes of just doing this story time. And the amount of you out there that said, we like the drama, but we really come for you, and we just like to hear the stories and whatever, I just want to tell you thank you. It means so much to me. I love getting to get up every single day and figure out what I'm going to do. I just did a review video. I just did a video for my Peter Does Stuff channel. I just did a booktube video. I'm filming this. And then I have right here my meditation books, which is probably one of my favorite channels, my Peterisms channels, to read meditations and just kind of talk about things that have happened in my life and mistakes that I've made and what I've learned from them and my recovery and grief and whatever. And I don't know, here, what's today? Today's the 5th. Let's see what we're going to read about today over here, because I don't even know. Here it is, August 5th. Oh, we're not going to read that one because that's boring. Okay, attitudes towards money. We don't need to talk about that. Okay, so let's read from The Journey to the Heart, what we're going to read today. No, I'm not reading it on here. I'm going to read it in my Peterisms video. Respecting Life. And then we're going to read something from A Year of Positive Thinking. And then I kind of just share my thoughts on it and stuff. But I have so much fun over there. And you guys have been so supportive of all my channels. And I just want to say thank you. I say this regularly, and I really, really mean it. The fact that, you know, we choose who we give our time to in the day, whether that's a friend or a partner or where we work, you know, or who we go out to dinner with or whatever. And the fact that you guys allow me to be a part of your life every single day or whenever you do watch it, it means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And I also want to say, you know, I've tried to keep up with the birthdays and it's been difficult and I miss people from time to time. But, you know, when I was growing up, and I say this a lot, like in my cameos, and I say this a lot, you know, my videos and whatever, my vlog, but the fact of the matter is that when I was growing up, unless it was like the kid of like a friend of one of my parents, like my mom or my dad, I didn't really go to birthday parties, and nobody included me in that. And I can remember coming back to school on Mondays, and kids talking about birthday parties and stuff. And you know what? I like look back on that and I don't really remember being that bothered by it, but I do remember thinking like I was on the outside looking in, and I have felt like that much of my life, you know? And so flash forward 40 years later, and people want to hear me say happy birthday to them, really just like, it means the world to me. And I just want to say thank you so much that anybody would want me to be part of their birthday or include me in that. It's just like a really cool thing. So thank you so much. And that being said, I missed somebody's birthday. It was Lynn's birthday on July 30th, and I want to extend a very happy belated birthday to Lynn for her 30th birthday. It was a special one for her. So anyway, I want to say happy birthday to you, Lynn, and I'm sorry that I missed it, and I hope that you had a fantastic, magically amazing birthday. You guys know I love the words magically and amazing. Magic, I love the word magic. So anyway, all right. Woo! Come on, baby. What was the song I was going to sing? I don't know. Put another dime in the jukebox. That's not even, I'm not even right on rhythm or anything. And I have a record coming out. Who knew? I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. Especially if you're not a Christian. All right, let's get into today's video. Now, yesterday I did a video and I was talking about Shane Dawson coming back to YouTube and would people be accepting of that and whatever. And I have to tell you, I was rather surprised by the response, because I really thought that many people would say, yeah, I feel like enough time has gone by, I'm ready to watch Shane Dawson again, and yada, yada, yada. There were so many comments from people, and I'll tell you, it's even more interesting when I'm going to share something with you in just a second that has to do with numbers. It was even more interesting to me that people said things like, I will never watch Shane Dawson again. But then people were like, I will never watch Shane, I will never watch Jeffree, I will never watch James, and I will never watch Tati. A lot of people included them together. A lot of people just said Shane and Jeffree. A lot of people said Shane, Jeffree, and James. Tati was kind of left out of a lot of it, you know? And I think it's interesting when we look back on what happened, you know, over a year ago, but right around, you know, like last summertime, it really was about Shane, Jeffree, James, and Tati. So to look forward a year later and kind of see the repercussions of what happened, when we don't even really know the true story of what happened behind the scenes, you know, it really does mean that this has all been kind of played out in the court of public opinion, so to speak, and who you like and who you'll stand by and whatever. And I think that's kind of the thing with stan culture, is that we will stand by, to some degree, I don't think everybody, but a lot of people will stand by and excuse things from one person when they would never allow it for somebody else, right? And I've seen this a lot in the last year. It's like the same people that will hold like Tati and James or Jeffree, let's say, to this standard over here, allow Shane Dawson a pass. The people that are like really hardcore on Shane, well, some of them will allow James a pass and back and forth. It just kind of depends on who you like the most, if that makes sense. And then there's a lot of people that are like, I don't like any of them. I'm just done with all of them. I'm not watching them any of them again. Another interesting comment that I got on my video yesterday, and I've been getting it on my comments, or when I talk about James and Tati or Shane and Jeffree recently, is that James and Tati, people are saying that James and Tati's numbers have been greatly affected, and that they are not getting the same numbers that they got before all of this drama crap happened, you know, a year ago, or, you know, the allegations and the videos, and should it be in Shane's documentary? Should it not be in Shane's documentary? It was barely in Shane's documentary. And then Jeffree's response to it, Jeffree's lack of response to it. So I was sitting there and I was like, is this true? Are the numbers different than they used to be? Because so many people were saying that James and Tati, since they have come back, that they have really suffered and really haven't gotten the same numbers. So I went in and I looked. And the truth of the matter is that it is true. I have to tell you that Tati, her numbers are interesting to me. So if you go over and you look at, I have this all pulled up, and you go to Tati's YouTube channel, okay? So Tati's YouTube channel right now, the videos that she is posting, oh shoot, I just had it up, okay? 79,000 views, that was from 3 hours ago. 480 from 3 days ago. 657 from a week ago. 406 from a week ago. 424, 465, 685, 751. Now what's interesting to me about this is, if you go back prior to the drama, okay, not just a year ago, but if you go back prior to the drama and you look at the videos that she was posting, because I just did, there was a long period where she was, you know, getting similar to more views than that. But if you go back to a little bit over a year ago, before all this stuff happened, and she made her video. Same kind of videos. Here you go. A year ago. New $6 drugstore foundation. Worth the hype. 1 million views. Life update. Testing new products. 1 million views. Blendiful drama. Okay, that was 2 million views because she's talking about drama. Favorites and fails. Swaps. 943. New drugstore maker up. Every product tested. 1 million. She's getting 1.2 million, 1.4 million, 1.9 million, 873, 1.6, 1.4, 1.5, 1.2. She really, at this point, she can't break 1 million views. Okay? Which is interesting. Then when you go over to James Charles videos, now I just did this not too long ago. If you go over to James Charles videos recently, now they're doing a little bit better than Tati's, but James Charles videos, 1.5 million 1.5 million dudes. 1.5 million views 6 days ago. 1.1 million views a week ago. 2.2 million views 2 weeks ago. Now his videos used to always hit the trending page and they're not anymore. 2.5 million views, 5.6 million views, that was the open conversation. And then 4 months before that, 3.3, 3.7, 6.9. It seems with like each thing that happens to James, his numbers go down, and they go down, and they go down again. Now, when you look at this, okay, that 3 months ago before the most recent allegations, and people are like, no, blah, 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 whatever, and how he handled that, a lot of people that support James are saying it really hasn't affected him. Absolutely it has. If you look at those videos, he was getting 3.3, 3.7, 6.9, 4.4, 5.8, 4.2, 4.5, 9.6, 9.5, 13, 5.3, 9.4, okay? Now he's getting 1.5, 1.1, 2.2, 2.5. He's not, he isn't even on his open conversation video pulling what he got back in the day. He got 5.6 million views on that, and he got full face of worst rated makeup products ever, 6.9. He's not even getting on a video talking about himself and everything that happened because nobody's that interested in James Charles anymore. What's interesting, I mean, he's still getting 1 million views. Okay, that's a lot of views, but not as many people are as interested in him as used to. Now, if you go back to the height of his career, if you go back here to 8 months ago, okay, 8.1 million views, 29 million views, 10 million views, 13 million views, 13 million views, 15 million views, 7 million views, 20 million views, 36 million views, 18 million views, 7.3 million views, 21 million views, 12 million views, 10 million views, 5.6 million views, 21 million views, 8.8, on and on and on. And what's really happening to James Charles is with each incident that he doesn't address correctly or take responsibility for, whatever, because he just comes across as a spoiled brat that doesn't really want to talk about what's really going on, and he just wants to collide over all that's happened. With each time that he comes back, it's hurting him more and more and more. If something else happens with James Charles, if there's another huge scandal or allegations come out or whatever, I don't know at this point that his career can hold on to that. The reality is that at James Charles, where he's at his age at this point, and he was at the top of his game, he should be at the top of his game now, because if he's not at 22 years old, at 30 years old, he's going to be obsolete. There's going to be a lot of beauty influencers that have come up after him. He'll still make a living on YouTube. He'll still get a couple 100,000 to 1 million views. People will still watch him that have been diehard fans of his for a very long time. He'll still be able to sell products and get sponsorships. James Charles will have a very blessed life. Okay, you know, it was like it was interesting listening to the Tana Mojo, Trisha Paytas podcast because Trisha said something on there to the effect of that even if you're completely canceled, this was kind of interesting to me. Tana was talking about Instagram models that also escort on the side, and Trisha was talking about, well, like, even if you're completely canceled and you don't have your platform anymore, you can always do things, like if you started an OnlyFans, like, you would make a lot of money just by who your name is, right? Like, if Tana Mojo tomorrow was completely canceled, there are things that she could do that just because she's Tana Mojo, she'll make money for the rest of her life, right? James Charles, I mean, to some degree, it's similar to that. Like, he's always going to get some sponsorship. There's always going to be somebody out there that's going to pay him more money than a lot of people make in a year, okay, to sponsor him. So, no, he's not going to probably be able to live the way that he's lived so far, because I have to believe, unless he's put a lot of it in savings, and I mean, I know he bought this house and stuff like that, but I don't know that at 22 years old, James Charles is probably thinking about being 30, because he probably thought this gravy train was going to run forever. You know, and then with the Tati videos, it's very interesting to me that she's not getting, you know, the same kind of views. What's interesting about Jeffree Star is Jeffree Star's not posting as much as he used to. You know, he was doing some very emotional personal stories for a while, and then it's like, other than that, he's just posting his releases. He's not really doing the approved videos. I think he's done one in the last 2 months or something like that. Here, let me look really quick. I think he did like one in the last couple months, and he even said in a video he wanted to get back to doing that. So it's really interesting to me when you go to his videos. He's got the Pink Religion release addressing his health and selling his house. And then he's got the car accident and talking about his best friend. I mean, some very emotional videos. And then KVD Good Apple Foundation isn't Jeffree Star approved, which is interesting to me that when you go in there under the Jeffree Star approved videos that he's done for the last couple months, the only other one is the Elf Mint Melt Makeup. Other than that, Kat Von D Beauty, of which we know that well, it's not Kat Von D Beauty anymore. It's KVD Vegan Beauty, sorry. We know that he has a history with Kat Von D, okay? So he knew that people were going to go and they were going to watch that video to see if he approved it or not, being that it was Kat Von D's former business, you know? But when you look in here, his views, 1.6, 3.7, 2.7, 1.6, 2.9, 1.8, 5.5, that's the saying goodbye video, 1.9, 2.5, 1.6, 3.5, 2.7, 2.5. He is, like, his videos, they're not as great as they used to be back in the day. You know, when you look under here, like, the addressing the palette, 7.2, Bloodlust, 9.7. Like, here's Bloodlust palette being revealed, 9.7. This is from a year ago. And then here's the Pink Religion palette, 1.6. It's getting 8 million views less than it did before. And people want to say Jeffree Star's sales are not being affected by all of this. Seriously? 8 million less views. Okay, let's just say if out of the 8 million, I'll be real fair on this, okay? Let's just say if 100,000 out of 8 million, that's really being fair, okay? If 100,000 people didn't buy his palette, which is what, like $54 or something? But let's just say if it's 20. I'll just give it to you for 20 because people are now finding his palettes. They just found the conspiracy palette and the cremated palette up in Marshall's. I'm being sent pictures of this. So let's just say if it's $20, okay? You know, even if it's just $20, I think that's like, what does it come to, 2 million? I don't even know why. I got my glasses on. I can't do math. Here, I got my glasses on now. I don't think I've ever said that before. I mean, it's still $2 million that he's lost. Do you guys have any idea how these views translate into business? Jeffree Star's business is way down, okay? Now, let me tell you what's even more interesting about this, right? So I go in and I look at Social Blade, okay? And Social Blade, first I want to tell you about James Charles' views. Now, James Charles, he done deleted 19 million views. We don't know what that video is yet. But his monthly views are at 7.891 a month, okay? Now, I'll tell you what's interesting to me about that is that as a drama channel, there are months where I'm getting 1 to 2 million views a month, okay? So James Charles, he's doing a lot better than me, but like double, okay? There's a lot of drama channels that get a lot more views than I do that are getting equal to what James Charles is getting a month, okay? Now I understand why he's got his issue with drama channels, okay? Because they're getting more views, some of them, than he is. Then if you go over to Tati, who's posting more than him, she's getting about the same, 7.39 million views. Now, she ain't deleted any videos, but I will tell you what's interesting about this is that she's lost 40,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. So Tati returning is actually hurting her subscriptions. Like, people are unsubscribing to her. I don't know, maybe they're coming back and they're like, we're just bored of it now. We're not into it anymore, okay? So then I went over and I looked at Jeffree Star's. Hold on a second. And Jeffree Star is getting half of what they're getting a month. Oh, shoot. He is getting 3.7 million views a month, every 28 days, okay? 3.7 million views. Now, I can just tell you, just put this in perspective, on a good drama month, a drama channel like my size and the other people that are out there, we get between 2 and 3 million views a month. Jeffree Star is posting so little that he is getting equal to that amount of views a month because he's never posting anymore, right? Because he's always got business deals. I just saw on his Instagram story the other day that he said, I know I haven't been real present, but don't worry about it. I'm working on business things. He's working on new palettes to come out with and new makeup that he can't even sell the old stuff. He can't sell the mystery boxes. The Pink Religion stuff isn't sold out. He can't sell out of this stuff. Why are you making more stuff And you can't even sell all the stuff that, not to mention, people have all these complaints about stuff that are not getting addressed. And he just keeps on going on, rolling out products, rolling out products. Very interesting to me. And then the last thing I think that's the most interesting about this is when you look at the four of them, okay? James Charles, Tati Westbrook, Jeffree Star, and Shane Dawson. Who's doing the best out of all four of them as far as views a month? Well, Shane Dawson's holding a close tie with Tati and James Charles at 7.4 million views a month. And girl, he ain't even posted no videos. He hasn't even posted any videos. And Shane Dawson, and people wonder how, like, he's still making money. James Charles and Tati are posting regularly, are making the same as Shane Dawson is. So when people speculate, when I speculate in videos that people aren't going to watch Shane Dawson anymore, or that people are done with him, there are literally, he is getting daily 249,000 average views a day just on his Shane channel, okay? I didn't even look at his Shane Dawson channel. I don't know if it's like that's getting anything. I guess I could look at that really quick. But I mean, he's getting 250,000, 249,000 views daily by not even uploading a video. Now, the joke is on all of us because Shane Dawson is doing just fine. He's making mass amount of money by just sitting there, and I think, are his videos still, I don't know if they're monetized yet or not. I haven't looked on that in a while. Let's go in here and look really quick. Shane, maybe they're not monetized, but he's still getting a major amount of views. Hold on a second. Yep, he's got ads on his videos. Prove it to you right here. Video, $20,000 first class airport seats. There you go. Now, I will tell you that YouTube is putting ads on videos even when they're demonetized, and I don't see another ad in this video. So maybe not. Maybe that's just on YouTube's end, but I would still think that he would make a certain amount of money off that. I could be wrong though, but I don't think so. So interesting, right? I really think, as many people out there that say they will never watch Shane Dawson again, as many people that say that they're done with him, and on and on and on, I think what's going to end up happening is the joke's going to be on Tati, James, and Jeffree, because I think maybe Jeffree knows this, which is why he keeps Shane in his back pocket and always, you know, kind of like, well, not always, but feeds little small things out there about them still being friends and whatever. I think he knows that Shane's going to come back, and even though Shane's going to get a lot of criticism from drama channels and people are going to talk about it and he's going to get a lot of bad comments, I think he's going to come back, and I think people will continue to watch Shane Dawson, and I think Shane knows that. You know, maybe Shane just doesn't want to be back right now. Maybe it's just because he's kind of done with all the YouTube stuff. You know, it would go along with kind of like how I feel about, I mean, I've always kind of felt like that Shane is a little bit arrogant enough to think like the whole world did this to me, you know? Like if you watch the one video where he's sitting there, he's got the sunglasses on and talking about how the drama channels use the same picture of him. Well, literally every picture of Shane Dawson looks exactly the same. Just like my Instagram, every picture looks the same, you know? But anyway, that video, I mean, you know, he's sitting there and he says something about, he says something in there about, oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought. But he's in there and he's talking about, you know, like, that he hasn't decided to come back yet. Or no. It was the Instagram story. That's what I was talking about. The Instagram story that was released about the same time. And he said, you know, that he's fine and his mental health is fine. But that, you know, like, he has just still taken his break or whatever. You know, and people were like, no, like, basically you were forced off the internet. I don't think he sees it that way. I don't. I think Shane Dawson to this day believes that this is his break, dictated by him, and he will come back and he will rule again when he wants to. And I think the numbers show that, I don't know, you know, maybe he's right. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. It's interesting. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.